Hello fam, I welcome you all to my YouTube channel once again, PV Sencherey. Today I have with me here the finest gentleman, and he's a political science student. He has the knowledge, the brains, anything you have to know about politics, I think this guy knows. Welcome to my channel.
Thanks, bro.
What's your name?
Well, my name is Emmanuel Osebonsu, and I graduated from the University of Ghana. And I also had my master's in India, just like my brother here. Yeah.
So I tell you, he's one of the finest, seasoned political scientists we have in Ghana here. So yeah, I know you are going to enjoy this. Just stick and stay and listen to whatever conversation we have here for you today. Thank you.
Yeah, and just to add up, I had my second master's in one of Canada's finest schools, Memorial University. Yeah, so that's it.
Wow, that's a plus.
Yeah.
You know. So as a political science student, let me start with this. How do you see the Ghanaian politics today?
Ghanaian politics is, I must say, it's not really politics as people will see it. We will term that as politricks because it's full of lies and deceit. Though to play the political game, you have to be someone who is, I must say, who can promise people, right? Though the promise must not necessarily be the truth. You must promise people that you can build them mansions, though you cannot build it. But Ghana's own is much more extreme. They promise us the heavens and they deliver not even to the skies.
Wow.
So we will consider that as politricks. So they trick the people, we vote for them, and then we get very disappointed. You look at other places, mostly we look up to US and then Britain. Though they also promise the people, but at least if they promise the heavens, they will get to the gate of the heaven. Even though they will not take them to heaven. But so we keep on doing or agitating for the same things, for better employment, for reduced taxes and all that. But you look at the other places, they move past those things. Their politics is now with how do we get AI, how do we get relations better with other countries, how do we give rights to LGBT. You see, they move past those things. But Ghana, since independence, we are still talking about roads, we are still talking about employment, we are still talking about electricity, water. So the politics is just over. The thing is over and over. It keeps on coming back over and over again with successive governments, and that is why I would term it as politics.
Okay, I get it. So do you have any ambition to be in the Ghanaian politics?
Okay. Well, to be in Ghanaian politics, not as a politician, but maybe as a political analyst or political researcher, but not to belong to any political party and then be, deceiving the people. I'm not really that kind of guy.
Why? We have these two major parties, NPP, NDC, and I know where we are from, Kumasi, Ashanti region. We are much into NPP. So with the current situations and how things are going, maybe I know maybe you have aligned with them some time ago. So why can't you be an analyst? Why can't you do some analysis for them or be part of their team to help them maybe in some research or other things?
So I think every human being has a political party they are aligned to, and I have mine. Maybe I'll not disclose it for maybe future considerations. Maybe I might go to one party or another. Maybe I might change my mind. But I have a party I aligned to that I've been voting for all this while. So maybe things might change, but to come publicly and then decide to tell people that I'm for NPP or NDC, no, I don't think that is good for what I want to become. As a political researcher, I might be contacted by NDC or NPP to do a work for them maybe in the future if I become more of an expert. So for now, no, I don't think I want to maybe be an MP or be a minister. Not yet.
Not yet. So with the current situation, as I said, what are the things that you wish as a political scientist you wish it should not be done or should be changed in the system?
I think that if something will change, it will not change with the politicians, it will change with we the people, the voters. The electorates will have to decide, right, how situations or trajectory should be, political trajectory should be. So if we are deciding that we want the NPP or the NDC to change, we have to change the way we vote.
Oh, wow.
So if we clamp on them when it's let's say after elections, and then during elections we go and jump hey, and then we vote for them again, they come to power and they do the same thing to us. It is not the politicians who have to change. We have to change the system. So the way we vote, if we want a third force, let's say with a CPP or PNDC or the other smaller parties, if we want them to have the strength to be able to challenge the two other parties, it is up to us to change it. So I tell you, when you go and vote for CPP, you say, I'll waste my vote.
Yeah, true.
If you change your mindset, we can actually do something about that. So the politicians, they are not willing to change, because anyone who holds power, would want to protect the status quo, right? The change will come from the people, the base, the electorates, the underdogs, right? We can change it, but if we throw our power or we throw our weight at them, and then we say, go for the power, we are fully behind you, and they come and do the same thing to us over and over again, and we don't change how we think about them, they will continue to do whatever they are doing to us. So to answer your question, I'll say that politicians, they are enjoying the power, they are enjoying the wealth, they will not change. The electorates, we have to change, right? We change our mindset, because I remember the last time when I was seeing your video, you were talking about how even those who were protesting, they didn't even know why they were protesting. They were all going and then they were all chanting. They didn't even know why they are there, right? The economy was poor. I mean, mismanagement everywhere. You hold placards and you don't even know why you are even there. So I was telling someone the last time that democracy would work if the people are enlightened. If we educate ourselves and we know that this is how democracy should be, then we will know how to turn things around. But if we are not willing to learn, we are not willing to follow political proceedings and know how they are doing things, then we cannot change anything.
Yes, that's very true. And I think to add up to what you said, I think here we vote based on tribe, based on family, based on region, and all those stuff. So
you see right now, Ashantis, we are complaining about what Osafumafo said, but it will come as not a surprise if we go back to 2024 and then we vote for NPP again, right? If we have the same face, the same Achim people that we are complaining about, if you have the same face as candidates for NPP, I'm not surprised Ashantis will go and vote for them again, right? If they come and they don't do right by us, I think we should change. If NDC will have people who are not from Ashanti and they will do something that is good for us, why don't we vote for them?
Look at the KJTR market, for instance. It was initiated by them.
Yes.
And even for the airports, I know NPP is claiming it. We started but I quite remember it was the NDC time that they started that project.
And Mahama did a whole lot at that place. So, I mean, we cannot just say we are Ashantis and this is how we vote. So we should continue to vote that way. We will be hurting ourselves.
Yeah. I remember the promises. We are going to build interchange at Swami Runabout, Oforikum, the inland port at this place. How do they call it? I've forgotten the name. They promised all these.
Someone will say NENA.
That's it. So it's true. We are going to hurt our own feelings by what we decide to do with our own selves. So
I think that if Ashantis will also join the people we call the swing regions, I think when it's right, we vote for them. If it's not right, we take them out of power. That is how we should do it.
Because we think, the NPP is an account party.
Mm-hmm.
NDC is for the Northerners, West.
Yeah.
So when you go to the northern region and the Everland, you see that those Voltarians, whatever you do, whatever you say,
they will still vote for them.
They will still vote for the NDC.
Yeah.
And it's really bad. It's setting us.
Yeah.
They should think right. They should figure out and know who is going to do something better for the community.
Yes,
the communities.
That is it. So there was this particular party I vote for, but now I'm changing my mind. I want to vote somewhere else, because when I vote, I don't see any changes that I'm benefiting from maybe this party or that. I'm not seeing anything. So I think with 2024, we have to really think through their policies, their manifestos, think about who can really help us, because most people have disappointed us.
I think let's bring some of the stuff Nanado said in his manifesto.
Yeah.
He said, one district, one factory, one district, $1 million, a whole lot.
And
he said a whole lot.
And the dam promise. So you realize that most of these promises were not promises that they actually thought through, sat down and then decided to write it, or maybe think through that this is what we want to do as a party. Most of them were on the spot promise. I remember this guy on Okatechi, he was making analysis that Akufo-Addo went somewhere, and then it was the chief who asked Akufo-Addo, "Oh, we don't have dam here, but we have agricultural lands that we want to really irrigate." And then out of the blues, Akufo-Addo said, "Then one district, one constituency, one dam or something."
No,
like
one
that.
district,
one. Yes, and then the dam too. It was I think one district, one dam, or one constituency, one dam, or something like that. So because they didn't really put them down as policies, and public policy making is a whole process. You can't just sit down and say, "I am deciding to do this," right? Unless you think through that, how would I do this? How will I fund it? How will it benefit the people? So if you don't think through all these things, when it comes to the time for you to do it, because you didn't know how you are going to fund it, it becomes difficult. Because there's no money, you have not allocated any money for that. And then you will go and borrow. You will borrow and borrow, like what this government is doing, because most of their promises, they really didn't think through. Because I remember when they were promising the free SHS, most people were telling them that you can only enroll people freely if you have the infrastructure, because more people will come in to have the education. Where will you put them? You didn't think through this. You didn't have the money to build the infrastructure. So now we are having a series of problems with free SHS and other promises they made. So you can say that they didn't really plan for their promises about the one district, this that. They didn't really do that. That's why we are facing the problems and the challenges.
So what do you think this current government can do to correct? At least, should they come out to say, "Oh, we are sorry, we promise you this, that, but for now, we are sorry, we cannot achieve or like complete those promises"?
Well, I think first of all, they have to apologize. But politicians, one thing I've noticed about Ghanaian politicians is that they don't really like to apologize. They don't really like to own their problem. I caused this problem. Forgive me. I'll do something about it. They will not do that. They will rather want to shift blames to other things, like what they are shifting blame to Russia, Ukraine, war, and then COVID. But we all know that COVID, we have a lot of funds that could help
from outside,
from outside, even from inside.
Yes.
Even internally, people who were able to raise funds for the government.
Yeah.
Right. So when we mismanage, this is the cause. Whatever you sow, that's what you reap. If you reap mismanagement in the economy, if you sow mismanagement, you reap mismanagement.
Yes.
And that is why we are going to the IMF now. So whatever we put in is what we are getting back. You waste the funds, you share. We have even heard rumors about how people shared COVID funds.
Yes,
how
the woman from the northern region.
So how people share the COVID funds among themselves, and then so you waste money that we have, and then you now want to take the money from the same people who gave you to help, solve the COVID. You are now taking the monies from them again from their pockets through the Elevy.
But at least, most people benefited from the COVID, as in free water, free electricity, they shared some food. But for us, we were not in Ghana that time, so we did not benefit from it. But we are paying for it.
Yes,
we are paying for it.
Because, you see, at that moment, in the heat of things, you want to do something for the people to alleviate their pain. So that was really good on the side of the government. But in all, you had the money to fund these things.
Yeah.
So where is that money? I mean, the finance minister came to parliament to tell us how he used the COVID fund, but there are a lot of other monies that have not been accounted for.
Yes.
Where is that money?
They told him to come and account for it.
So he should come and tell us where is that money. If we have that money, I mean, that extra money that was not there, why didn't we use those monies to pay for those goodies, those free things that we gave Ghanaians?
Yes.
Where is that money? If we're able to account for that money, then we know that, okay, the money was used for this, useful things for Ghana. So then Elevy is justified. But you don't manage there. And then another thing that bothers me is that Akufo-Addo's government is too large.
Yeah.
It's too wasteful. You know that we don't have money. So why are you still opening offices that are not relevant? You are fighting corruption with Yoko fights corruption. Attorney General fights corruption. Now the special prosecutor also fights. So imagine all these three, and then other police also fights corruption. So all these institutions are fighting corruption. You are wasting the money. If we don't have money, cut the expenses for some of these things, and then let's manage the ones we have. If we are able to expand like US, and then we can have all these people back. Your ministers are too many. Your ministers, deputy and assistant deputy, all these people are there. We are wasting a whole lot of money. So I think that they will not come and own their problem. They will not come and tell us that they are sorry. Though they blame other people. They were Akufo-Addo. I remember Akufo-Addo telling Mahama that Ghana is an oil-rich country. But why are we going to IMF? At that time, we had only one oil field.
Yeah.
But now we have about 3. So under Akufo-Addo, we have about 3, but you have 3 and now you are going to IMF. He won't come and apologize. At this time, we need a leader who will stand up and say, yes, I said this, I said that, I am sorry, but I know at this time you cannot do anything about it. You are not coming out to tell Ghanaians anything, you are not apologizing, you are not even shifting blames, because you remember the communique upon Nkrumah issued.
Yes.
At the end, he said that it was because of Russia-Ukraine war, and then what is it? COVID-19. Yeah. So they are shifting the blame, and then even the Russian embassy has also issued a communique saying that you are there repeating what the Western people are saying, that it's because of us that you are suffering. So it means that there's actually something we could do outside the external, because other countries, even though fuel prices are high, but their fuel prices are is lower.
Let me chip in this. Is Saudi Arabia also crying off fuel?
They are not crying.
Because they have fuel in their country. Ghana, we have fuel.
Yes.
So why are we crying?
Because we are mismanaged. We put people at places that they cannot do anything about it.
Yeah.
You have a minister who is not performing. Why don't you? Akufo-Addo doesn't believe in reshuffling, because he puts someone there. He wants the person to be there, whether the person is performing or not performing. Some of the ministers, you have to complain before they come out and say, "Okay, I'm doing this," and then they go back into their rooms. And then when you shout again, they come out to do something. They are not proactive. So why are you not reshuffling your ministers? Let's get people who can do the work.
He used to do.
But now he's not doing it.
Even that, it wasn't effective. Maybe that's the reason why he stopped.
Yes, but I still think that if the minister is not performing, you have to change or sack the minister. Let ministers know that, okay, I'm not doing the work well. That's why they sack me. So the next person who is coming will come and do something better.
But I think, to my knowledge, I think Gabi Ochedaku knows much about what's actually happening.
Yes.
Than most of the ministers in Ghana.
Yes, he knows what. I'm sure
his weight and everything shows.
Exactly, but I mean, if the Achim people are working, they don't care about wherever you are coming from. If they are Achim, they are focused on Achim. So if the finance minister is not performing,
he's not. I think he's not as fit as he used to.
Yes.
Be. So
the man is not fit. So let him go and rest. Let someone who is okay come and do the job. But as long as it's your relative or your family member, the person should be there. I think that will not help Ghana, because Ghana is not for only their family. Ghana is for everyone.
Yeah.
And if Ghana is for everyone and we are the ones paying the taxes, do whatever will benefit us, not what will benefit your family.
I told you all this was going to be the best of the best season conversation you've ever listened to. I know you've learned a lot. This is not going to be the end. We have another videos for you. So stick and stay. We're going to upload or enjoy this. Bye.